the like terms in the equations. Okay, line up the like terms in the equations. Number 2, you are going to add the equations to eliminate. What's it mean to eliminate something? Get rid of one variable and solve for the other. Then you are going to substitute your answer into one of the original equations to solve for the other variable. So we're still playing the same game. We're still trying to solve for one, to substitute, to solve for the other. That's what we're doing. Solve for one, to substitute, to solve for the other. Solve for one, to substitute, to solve for the other. That's what we're doing. Write your variables as an ordered pair and check your answer. Okay, ready? Watch how amazing this is. You ready? Line it up. X's over X's, Y's over Y's. Is X over X? Is Y over Y? We're going to combine like terms like this. If y'all fussed at me at all for doing this, it's not my fault. What's negative 2x plus 3x? Negative or positive? Positive 1x. Okay. What's 4y minus 4y?
0.
What's 4 plus 2? X equals what? Now what?
Substitute.
What you mean what happened?
I'm not so.
No. All I did was add the first equation to the second equation. I could do that because the 4's are the same. Because positive 4y minus 4y is 0. It gets rid of and eliminates your y's so that you can solve for your x. Then you take it and you plug it back in and solve for your y. So, watch. Negative 2 times 6 plus 4y equals 4. I'm going to go over it multiple times. Stop freaking out. Just pay attention. Negative 2 times 6. Then what? Add 12. So 4y equals 4 plus 12 is 16. Then what? So y equals 4. 6 comma 4 is our solution. How do we know that? We're going to check it. Negative 2 times 6 plus 4 times 4 should equal 4. And 3 times 6 minus 4 times 4 should equal 2. Negative 12 plus 16 equals 4. 4 equals 4. We got it right. Ooh, that's not 12. 18 minus 16 equals 2. 2 equals 2. We got it right. I love that y'all went, what just happened? It's not, when you know what it is doing. So, right now, our variables are the same. So, let's check the next problem. We have a what? Positive 6x, a positive 2y, and a 4. Pay attention. And we have a negative 6x, a negative 5y, and a negative 28. And we can add the two equations together and solve for one of the variables. So we're literally adding them together. Don't fall. Ready? Straight up and down. So we're going to add our x's. 6x minus 6x. 0 x's. So now we can solve for the what? Y. So you can choose which one you want to solve for, the x or the y. Whichever one looks the closest. Wait till you get to multiply. It's going to be fun. Okay. I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. 2y plus a negative 5y. 2 minus 5 is? Negative 3y's equals 4 minus 28. Negative 24. Then we do what? Divide by negative 3. Y equals 8. Now we get to take that value for y and substitute it back into an equation. I always pick the positive one. It makes life so much easier. 6 times x plus 2 times our value of y, which was 8, equals 4. 6 times x plus 16 equals 4. Now what? Subtract 16. 6 times x equals 4 minus 16. Negative 12. Divide by 6. Divide by 6. The value of x equals negative 2. Woo! Okay, now we're going to go plug it back into the equation. 6 times negative 2 plus 2 times 8 equals 4. Negative 6 times negative 2 minus 5 times 8 equals negative 28. I am checking my answers. Pay attention, please. 6 times negative 2 is negative 12, plus 2 times 8, which is 16, equals 4. 4 equals 4, correct. Negative 6 times negative 2 is a positive 12. Negative 5 times 8 is a negative 40, equals negative 28. Does negative 40 plus 12 equal negative 28? Negative 28 equals negative 28. Okay, so ready? Let's look at the next one. Do we have anything that's the same? The 7s are the same. Okay, so we're going to eliminate the what? We're eliminating the y to solve for the x. Do y'all see why it's called elimination? Yes. Eliminate one to solve for the other. That's what we're doing. So, what's 4x plus 6x?
10.
Negative 7 plus 7? 0. Sorry, 7y. 7 times y. What's 47 plus negative 17?
30.
Now you have 10 times the value of x equals 30. Divide by 10. The value of x is what? 3. Now we're going to take the value of x and do what with it, guys? Substitute it back in. Do you want to substitute it in the first or the second? Second. Okay, cool. It doesn't matter. 6 times 3 plus 7 times y equals negative 17. We're solving for the value of y. Why?
Because it varies over x.
I just really wanted to say why. Okay. Anybody ever seen Matilda?
Yes.
Why? 6 times 3 is 18. 7 times y, we don't know. And then we do what? Ms. Gode is literally writing the equation over and over again. Do a British... Subtract the 18. Fantastic. Now we have 7y equals what?
Negative 35.
Good math. Negative 35. She added that all in her head. Why is everybody giving me weird looks? You should have seen my hay bell. I did a whole problem when I talked like a country accent. That was really funny. Really funny. Maybe I'll jump into it from the next problem. The whole problem. Okay, here we go. So now what do? We divide by 7. So y equals what? Negative 5. Okay, now we're going to do what? Check it. How do we check it? 4 times 3 minus 7 times negative 5 equals 47. Then we have 6 times 3 plus 7 times negative 5 equals negative 17. Now we're going to check it. Let's check it. 4 times 3 is 12. Negative 7 times negative 5 is positive 35 equals 47. 47 equals 47. We got it. Okay, here we go. 6 times 3 is 18. 7 times negative 5 minus 35 equals negative 17. 18 minus 35 is negative 17. Did we get it? Okay. Let me see if I can figure out the country X. I gotta figure it out. William's doing it great. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start up here at 5x plus 2y equals 18. It doesn't matter. What are you doing? And then we have negative 5x plus 5y equals 45. Here we go. So what are we going to do? Why are we canceling the x's?
Because they cancel each other out. It's the opposite. Like,
Because they're the same.
are they the same?
Shh. Here we go. What's 4 times what? 5x's minus 5x's is how many x's? 0 x's. Guys, we got 2 y's plus 5 y's. How many y's we got? 7 y's. Okay, and then we got 18 plus 45. How many?
60
what?
63.
63 what?
63.
Okay, now what do I do? Divide by what? 7. So the value y equals what? 63 divided by 7 is what? 9. Now what do I do?
Substitute.
What?
Substitute.
Substitute what, Isabel?
Substitute
What am I substituting?
the equation.
First equation or second?
The first.
First one. So what do I do? Can you tell me what I write?
Sure. So you put 5x and then plus 2 times 9 equals 18.
And Cooper, what do I do next?
Distribute.
Distribute what?
2 to 9.
2 to 9. So I'm multiplying? Okay. 5 times x plus 18 equals 18. Uh-oh. Now what do I do? What's I'm subtracting? 18. Subtract 18. Well, now I get 5 times x equals 0. What do I do? I got to divide by 5. So the value of x is 0. Now what do I do? Check my work. I got to put it all back in there. Hayden has no idea what's going on right now. Take what you have. 5 times 0 plus 2 times 9 equals 18. It's really hard whenever you're on a like you doing it so long and then you have to remember to talk normal. 5 times 0 plus 5 times 9 equals 45. Okay, ready? 5 times 0 is 0. 2 times 9 is 18 equals 18. Check. Negative 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 9 is 45. 45 equals 45. Check. What? It's actually super duper easy. I know, maybe. Hey guys. That's all on the recording if y'all would like to go rewatch it. Marley goes never.
Show offense.
You'll never watch it.
I can turn up to that.
So the whole purpose of eliminating is to get rid of one of the variables in order to solve for the other one. Can I flip it? Can I flip it? Flip it. Flip it. Okay. In situations, we need to go to this page. In situations where neither term of the variable in the two equations has an opposite coefficient. So, look at how we did that. We had some positives and then we had a negative. And it was the same number, right? Same coefficient. Same number in front of the variable. We had a positive 6, negative 6. In the case when that is not the case, you now have to multiply one equation by a constant number, so a number, in order to create opposite terms. That means you can create a balanced equation that allows for you to be able to eliminate. So we're going to look at this and we're going to use common sense to figure this out. Ready? When multiplying an equation by a constant, you need to multiply each term within the equation, because what you do to one side, you have to do to the other. You have to keep the whole thing balanced. You can't have wonky equations. Ready? Here we go. So let's look at the first one. We have a negative x, a positive 2y, a negative 13. We have a positive 2x, a positive 3y, and a 12. Is there anything that we can do to the first equation or the second equation so that we can eliminate one of the variables? Okay, pay attention. I had a lot of people, I'm talking and you're staring off into space. Look at it. Our job is to eliminate. We want to get rid of either the x or the y. So, in order to do that, we need to have one positive and one negative. Is there something that we can multiply our first equation by that would allow for us to eliminate the second equation's variables? 2. Everybody's saying 2. Who agrees with 2? Okay, we're going to multiply the entire first equation by 2. Watch what happens. I now have, we're going to multiply the whole thing, so 2 times negative x. Negative 2x. 2 times 2y. Plus 4y. 2 times negative 13. Negative 26. Now I'm going to bring the other equation right underneath it. That way I can make sure that I stay organized. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add our equations together. So, go ahead and add your equations. Add your equations. What'd y'all get? Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be an equal sign right here. I wrote it funny. My bad. We're solving for y. So look, what's negative 2x plus 2x? 0 x's. And what's 4y plus 3y? 7 y's. And what's negative 26 plus 12? Negative 14. Now we're going to solve for what? Y. Divide by 7. Y equals negative 2. Now, you plug it back into either equation. You want the first equation or the second one? Second. Okay, ready? 2x plus 3 times negative 2 equals 12. 2x minus 6 equals 12. Add 6, 2 equals 18. Sorry, 2 times x equals 18. Divide by 2, x equals 9. Now we're going to do what? We're going to check it. So, negative 9 plus 2 times 2. Sorry, negative 2. Equals negative 13. Negative 9. 2 times 2 is negative 4. equals negative 13. Negative 13 equals negative 13. True or false? Okay, let's check the next one. 2 times 9 plus 3 times negative 2 equals negative 13. 2 times 9 is 18.
No. You're wrong. It's 12.
Oh, I wrote the wrong one. I'm sorry. You don't have to be so rude. 2 times 9 is 18. Plus 3 times negative 2 is minus 6 equals 12. 12 equals 12. True or false?
True.
No, you're wrong. Like, okay, my bad.
Oh, sorry, I said that.
William, how are your notes coming? They look like mine? They should be. They should look like mine. Okay, so let's look at the next one. We have 2 things. We have 4x minus y equals negative 19. Negative 2x minus 5y equals negative 29. What could we multiply either the first equation by or the second equation by in order to be able to solve for a variable? Which one are we multiplying, Joelle? The bottom one. By what?
2.
Why? Let's look at it. Because if we have, I'm going to put it over here, 4x minus y equals negative 19, and we multiply 2 times negative 2x, which gives us a negative 4x, and then a 2 times a negative 5y, which is a negative 10y, and then a 2 times negative 29. What's 29 times 2? 29 times 2. 58? Negative 58. Well, I just did 9 times 2, and that's going to be 18. Add that to 4. That's an 8. I don't know why it looks so wonky. Okay, 4x minus 4x is how much? 0 x's. And then negative y, blah, 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 blah. Negative 1y minus 10y is how many y's? Negative 11y. And then we most likely are going to have, I think it's going to be 77. Where? Yes, negative 5, 8. So, right there, 58. So, negative 19 plus negative 58 is what? You have a calculator. 19 and 58 is 77. Y equals 7. Now that we have it, good job. I didn't. A negative and a negative is a bigger negative.
Oh. It looks like a ball.
Where?
The negative 58 looks like a ball. That's a negative.
It was just a hot mess. Okay, ready? Now I'm going to take my value of y and plug it into the other equation to solve for x. All I'm doing is substituting. Substitution. All the way back into the equation. Now we're going to check.